Well, it's time for a squash update. This morning, these tendrils are getting way too long and encroaching in space that they didn't ought to be in. Not least, I want all the energy to go into the squash. I seem to have a little butternut squash growing there, which is fabulous. And the other squash are becoming monsters. Oh, so excited. And this one's got a very unusual Wi-Fi symbol on it. Well, that must be a Wi-Fi squash, there's no doubt about it. There's a yellow one there, not sure what that is, but it's doing well. And the pink banana squash are just amazing. Look at the size of those. Just a few days, they're just getting bigger and bigger. So, get rid of some of those tendrils, I think. Make sure all the energy goes into growing gigantic squash. It's going well. The squash are growing anyway. No. Well, I'm really pleased with how these onions have built up in terms of size. They're just about the biggest onions I think I've grown, which is very satisfying. I'm taking this fella off, not because I think we're going to eat much of him, but I want the energy to grow into these smaller ones. That one's rotten, so I'm going to take him off and let the good fruit grow on. Well, this is a big reveal. So the carrots in the pot outside, they need to grow on a bit more before I harvest any, but we want some carrots, so I think it's time to pull a sweet candle. And I know 1 or 2 of these are deformed, but they're certainly getting a good size, so I'm going to try and pull one and see what we get. It's been a big effort to get this bed together, and this is the moment of truth. So let's see. Well, it's split. It's not huge, but there's a good meal and it's straight. So yeah, pretty good. Let's have one more. And that one's split at the bottom and split down the side. But again, a good meal. So I'm pleased with those. Well, that's certainly a decent harvest for this morning, and we'll have a couple of meals out of that this week. So very pleased. Bit of watering to do in here now, and that'll do. Well, it's a nice afternoon, but the latest forecast for Tuesday is 60-mile-an-hour winds. You know when you sort of resign yourself to something? That's where I am. So, best foot forward. I'm going to pull together all the pots and trays and various fruits and vegetables that are over, and get all the compost recovered from them that I can. It's not a particularly rewarding job, but having some compost that you didn't have at the beginning, that's the aim. So what have we got here? All the strawberries I had on the top of the water tanks, and I might save a few of those plants if they're looking healthy. We've got the sweet peas that didn't really come to much, and I'm not going to use the pods. The rocket that went to seed pretty early. Coriander, the same. We've got the remnants of the foxglove. Some cosmos that's pretty much over, although I'm going to save some seed. And the calendula that I put into the pot, which has also gone to seed, but I've got plenty, so I'm not going to keep those. So the plan here is to take out the foliage, remove any root that I think's in the way, and try and save some of that compost, and that will go into my compost regeneration. And I think what's clear when you look into these pots is there's a lot of self-seeding that's gone on. I'll show you. So in here, the cosmos is clearly self-seeded. You can see there's lots of shoots. Of course, that seed is fresh and very viable, but I'm not going to keep any of those. I'll just keep some of these heads. The calendula has not self-seeded yet. You can see a head like that is just packed with seeds that are going to mature in good time. The foxglove, just thousands of seedlings, but I've got some foxgloves that are coming on nicely. And the rocket, which always self-seeds so well, I'm going to save a few of those pods. So self-seeding just shows how easy it is to keep seed. And we have got a little bit of coriander doing the same thing. So I'll get those into pots and then start separating the foliage from the soil. I'll let this rocket seed dry up, and then these pods should open and give me a plenty of seed for next year. So we recovered 5 of these 50-litre pots of compost. The strawberries, there really wasn't much to recover, so I've pulled all the runners from those strawberries and just stuck them in some soil. They'll come, they'll be fine in the winter. They'll grow in there quite densely, and then I'll be able to tease them out when I want to use them again in the spring. So that's quite a lot of effort, but for effectively 5 bags of compost, it'll need feeding. It's well worth the effort. I do hope you enjoyed the video today. If you did, click the subscribe button, click the like button, and if you want updates from me each time I upload a video, click the bell and select all. I do hope you have a great day. Diolch yn fawr.